Don't worry, for I am here. How is my audio in comparison to the game? Everything looks good on my end, so I think that means it's time to play. How are you, Steven? Balls McGee is the name. It would not let me do a space. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Sayori? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Balls McGee. Well, if people stare at you acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But did you wait for me after all? I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Eehee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Balls McGee, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. It's one of my many conversations where I dismissively go along and say whatever she's going on about. Suri likes to worry a little bit too much about me. When I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any friends before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Or at least promise me you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I must get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me makes her want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs? Sori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sori must have come into the classroom while I was facing out. I looked around and realized I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring a new member. And Natsui made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go. This conniving bitch. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. Pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Balls McGee. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsui? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsui. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Balls McGee. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika's probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. You too, Monika. Come sit down, Balls McGee. We made room for you at the table. You can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsui and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsui grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, whoa! Natsui lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you're so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I will follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with one mouthful and already has managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but noticing her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What are you thinking of me? It sounds like I haven't heard this somewhere before. I'll be right back.
I'm in fact back, chat. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Oh, you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy. Alright, alright. Carefully placed the teacup in front of each of us, setting down the teapot next to the cupcake's tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't solve the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. And if I encourage others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised these aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. How many people are interested in putting out all the efforts to start something brand new? Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. But you have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika just must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of the new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Balls McGee, what kind of things do you like to read? Ugh. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds the comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped at something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might end up having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or makes you take another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, it just... Natsui's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write cute things, don't you, Natsui? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsui averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsui feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing that their deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsui feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us a get a little comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Balls McGee? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four of the girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Balls McGee, you are... I'm defenseless against these girls. I was supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these... right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really came out here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Oh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Balls McGee, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Balls McGee, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart from the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsui, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. How you getting, Balls McGee? Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Don't worry. This may be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Balls McGee. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making a dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you have planned just to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then we don't want to see the end of it. Honestly, you're certainly a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Yikes, call out by Monaco. Natsui finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Blithely defeated, Natsui pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Balls McGee always gives his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Boss McGee can become good friends too. So Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, and Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Well, wait, Sayori. Me? No, not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in this first place. So any nice gesture you do is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, it'll make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Reaches in the bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Well, Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case, so Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was always waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out, I mutter, sensing that I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over at the back. The book is titled Portrait of a Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Balls McGee? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't you worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because you have your own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Ah, that's... Well, that's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I sit on the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like the left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right to hold the book open. I guess that makes it a little kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on this right side of the book. The way I turn the page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But I'm holding it like this. We're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. So if I can feel the warmth that Yuri's face, she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and ours meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading as this, right? I don't mind being patient. I'm sure it takes you a bit longer. That's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. You no longer ask me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapters in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a moment. But, Balls McGee, it's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think of that. Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry. I really don't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more... It's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I was thinking it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we were to wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you have been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. She releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on the top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or do you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off the book and then slip it back in my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. You can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... Hey Steven, are you there and can you hear me? These are your imaginary metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? It's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the real reason I was able to tell. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize is the new writers. They try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separately from the topic matter, and then they fit the two together. The end result is that they both style and expressiveness and are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as his demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. These are different skills than critiques into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting to work on them together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm sure if you're apologizing to yourself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts and process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, is this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calmly breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. It was our first time sharing it. I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost hearing? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Balls McGee. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more to tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost. lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to go to the past, instead of be left with nothing. That's a more solemn way of putting it. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know? I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Balls McGee. Me too. Hey, Steven. Quick question, Steven.
What's that?
Does it matter if I show my poem to multiple other girls or not?
You have to show it to me.
Oh, you have to? I thought there was a skip button.
No, you have to show it to all of them.
Got it. Does the order matter?
No, not at all.
Alright, cool. Bye. Monica. Hi, Balls McGee. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or something, we can do better. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm so much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, I guess I have to. Don't worry, Balls McGee. We're a little embarrassed today, you know? It's the sort of barrier we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Balls McGee. I was getting an O in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism, unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze the nuances. It takes years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked you though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up with different things a lot. But it could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to keep the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you and find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have no sound, because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor and an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. Appear inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A reel, blind like a film, let out of its sun. But it's too late. My retinas. I already scorched it with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It was just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Searching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices, I realized that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to be asking for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. So a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, it'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. And Sayori. It's a good poem, Balls McGee. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's kind of why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me that you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Balls McGee. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that one then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Wow. Beautiful poem, Sayori. Sayori, this is kind of just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel like a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh yeah. I didn't mean to say it like it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. So did that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Definitely not sweet. If we're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You get better anyway. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Dang, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. This is great. Yeah. I told you you're gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about the simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me by mediocre writing abilities. Even though just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's the end of getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsui. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expression change. Natsui's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsui dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Do you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Balls McGee did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't. Nah. Balls McGee liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to prove yourself to our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Balls McGee appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know you appreciate my advice more? And you're full of yourself. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Balls McGee started showing up. Natsui? Natsui, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turn toward me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Balls McGee. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making all your poems all convoluted for no reason? This meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Balls McGee. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaningful and most effectively. Avoiding them is not necessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Balls McGee? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably, think more highly of me. So who's that gonna be? Natsui. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and becomes something really personal. That's why Natsui felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Oop. But Natsui, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and you just told her how you felt. Then this would have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsui, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Do you think you could too? Nah. Natsui clenched her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I know you've been feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsui snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. She has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Bolsonaro. You're too kind. I'm thankful for you to have a part in this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsui said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsui say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea. Good idea. Making it for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Well, to me, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something about your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little bit more kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I wanted to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Balls McGee, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's really been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsui. Does that thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fighting like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Balls McGee, it's nice to get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. I feel like Sayori still hasn't caught onto this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, you just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I put Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. It's an easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. Getting a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Balls McGee. Yo, Sayori. You're looking in a good mood today. I'm still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always a simple thing with you, anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coat and purse. She fumbles with the latch to get it open. When she turns upside down, the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ahaha. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan on conveniently to forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. Well, there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves you the one option. Ooh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't know that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Bob McGee that they'll let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that, like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Frankly, after pulling mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. This doesn't happen much for you. It's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So to trick Natsui into making them. Come on, give me more credit on that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and trembles into the desk. Whap! Kia! Ow. What's... A cookie? Sure enough, the giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Because I've paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I'm just gonna give it to you. Then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsui! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Murph. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsui takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours really looks good too, Natsui. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and grabs behind Natsuki, wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsui reaches to the nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsui's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, could you tell Sayori, hey? Natsui glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. You haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. That's so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Wasn't where you played music as well, Monica? I don't really. Kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds so cool. I always look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I'll let you down, Balls McGee. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to pressure you or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really like the chance to share one, so I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Nope, not really. Just leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. Looks like everyone else has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back on the book, Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri! I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one that we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of waiting for you. And if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that I can really make your reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. They kind of have a water filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands her the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She looks past me and the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. And I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Hey, where are you off to? We're just Yuri and I was gonna go make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Balls McGee in club activities? My mouth gaps. I said there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Balls McGee. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, it's just something about the way you said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Balls McGee, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad if it makes it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them anyway. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would that do that? Friend, you say? And, Yuri lifts up her head. Balls McGee, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel a bit awkward saying something like that. I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. You're gonna walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the pitcher, we return to the classroom. Balls McGee, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. He sets the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert at tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea levels. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you notice, I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I wouldn't try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out that it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Balls McGee. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of coffee for each of us. Balls McGee, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at the desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my, Your posture, right? Always hunch over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why I should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. And I have some chocolate as well. A small bag of chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take that, it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri sits closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Your hands me my teacup. Holding it with a hand that's always holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to try and focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Oh, sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the page. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No, you need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Yes, of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have to any harder of a time reading from it. And as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as the situation is completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I instantly place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri's lip closed over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she knew to confirm what just happened. Both McGee. So sorry. I shouldn't have done that. And that's, well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation got really tense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I wish to take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri does not avert her gaze. She makes her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. Raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. Take the chocolate clips and place it in her mouth. I feel a hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Ooh, Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Well, McGee, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spells are partially broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much of a word between us. I get the feeling that something neither of us will have the courage to bring out. Obviously, I'm going to show it to Yuri first. Let's see what I've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem, surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Balls McGee. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you that the kind of techniques were worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. Or will I want to try and give it more imagery? Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri does not respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing a bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of cutting knife was the symptom. The bread was hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phases and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm really projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has been taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't help to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something different people relate to in their own way. I want you to express the way it feels to me and indulge in more usual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that always force me to keep myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. Do you have anything like that, Balls McGee? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. So what we can do is respect each other and our individualities. It's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace your own weirdness. I should probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Balls McGee. It's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. Just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Your smile sincerely at me. Just a moment. 2 minutes seems to disappear. How you getting, Balls McGee? How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. Why are you applying yourself? We soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Huh, wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to show what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. My phone to Monica. Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. It's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. When she's talking about literature, it's like the light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much of a personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what she goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep to herself so much. Still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Well, I know. I'm just saying... Are you sweating, Monica? But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright and beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess it's the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's hard for me to tell what it's all about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or convention with the reader. So putting that away, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. When something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Should have shown my poem to you now. Sayori. I love reading your poems. So you never know what I'm gonna get. So basically you're saying it sucks. No, not at all. No, not at all. Maybe. Just a little. Just a little. You must have spoiled me a little bit with her poems. It's fine, it's fine. After all, I have no idea what kind of writing you even like. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You have to write something for me. So sweet. Yeah, right. You're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself for once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems, but sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? The word I'm looking for, bittersweet. Yeah. Like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can see you like something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you're a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? I've been getting better at this, expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Balls McGee. I should go write that down then. You read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, pulling them out for each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be my friends who I'm smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but also all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really like this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to read the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy. Oh, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it just came out good. You should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. Getting pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. You don't get ahead of yourself. She was always having a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it. More than a week later. I wonder if this was one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. I'm trying too hard. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it, unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsui stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean looks like I'm in trouble. I someone struck a nerve. Though, what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsui shoves the poem I handed back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, you don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was your mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsui wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. I didn't even get to read her poem! Okay, everyone. We're all done reading poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? Only we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed more pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to do for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry performance. Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to read their poems out loud in a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still don't think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. We start the event and each put on a good performance, and we'll inspire others to do the same. The more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature's all about. Yeah! It's only about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's for those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them for all the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. That's all it takes standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem? Then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's that much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. It's the least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but Xenoxia doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright, phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want you each to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No, wait. Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start out to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook and a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection isn't pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles. That was good, That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. And you're ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ooh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks up to the front of the podium. The poem is called... Yuri anxiously glares at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she was practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables and fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structure that she insinuates with perfect timing. This may be a rare glimpse in the whirling fire that Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back in reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and I give Yuri a recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's been a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it when you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of your mirror or in your own head. It's a good poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice has made it as a perfect match. The poem is instantly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think that much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice is almost like hearing a new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I even knew without, though. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Hey, even Balls McGee liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be able to skip poems that don't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, we've been practicing that kind of thing. Just a little bit embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me pick up before Balls McGee. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Balls McGee lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I'm finished, I receive applause anyway. So I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities, more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alrighty then. At least you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of the seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she started reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. When she's a little enthused, the poem has a rhythm. Natsuki's trademark style, and it worked surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down. It's giving the life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She goes back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite your poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want to for other people. When it's just me and my friends, it's just embarrassing. Surprised, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so, well, I guess that's the case. I don't know much about the festival. That said, thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard, but that's the idea I like now. Maybe pick a poem enough for practice for the festival, okay? We're making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. You should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting up all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. And a festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. You two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Just be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? So great, both of you. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I'll put in the Sayori once more. Even though it's been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. Just about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. Then one day, Yuri asked to walk on with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. I'd walk on with Yuri. Walking on with Yuri, huh? What does that sound? The thought of me make my heart pound. Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I wouldn't feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorry. I can figure out if you're seeing things in your head or not. Sorry. Everyone is different. No one in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Coach Chelzo, I'm feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. You can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. So there's no point in speculating. And then again, festival's just a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Go fill up my drink. Okay, I do be back. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. I have a lot of determination. Starting this club and not picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're willing to help out with the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Were you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. The whole day of the school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I don't really like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon Ika. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke only makes sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on your own event from now, okay? Fine. Your reaction aren't as funny as Yuri or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk in the corner room, looking down at nothing. I'll walk over to you. Hey, Sayori. I lift my hand in front of her face. Hey? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I just feel like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, I see. Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I weirdly glanced at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed. Back at their usual activities. Maybe we should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. Timidly approached Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Boss McGee, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything about Sayori recently? Anything up there? What way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging her rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised. I'm not the one asking you, Balls McGee. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bother her. But this is the time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it for now. No. So it's important me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of her interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm just saying, maybe the thing on her mind is you, Balls McGee. Me? I wonder if you come to that conclusion. Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, really, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been a full of sunshine. It's not any different from now than it always has been. Hey, you're so funny, Balls McGee. Have you thought that maybe you're always seen her as so cheerful? Because it's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her. So try not to think about it for now. Ah, alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I've already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up to her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. Watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't even hear from here. I sigh and set it down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. That's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides that. Wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri looking for me over her book. She looks away as quickly as her flustered eyes look over her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. Stand over my desk, I sit one next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell something? I was thinking, well, it's something I do a lot. It doesn't hurt for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you'd prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. Oh, it's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. That's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something like that. It's not that. I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Oh, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading it into a little too much. Balls McGee, the world's full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. There are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah. So do you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, but I also feel like this is a concern for her. In your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But I need you to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression gentle and curious as she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I invert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings when you weren't aware were in you. That's it. That is. I think that she'd be a very fortunate person to have you feel the same that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think we're pretty good to understand my own feelings. It's not clearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? Is it? It is what it is? Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica goes at the clubroom. We're going to share our poems now. Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their phones, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. We're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Balls McGee. Sayori. Is there something wrong? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can play with everyone else for now. If you insist. Yay! I'll be home a little bit earlier today. Sayori. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks into the classroom, humming to herself. Balls McGee, your writing has only improved in the last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think she ever came to this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. Things never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought I would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something, and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe not, but it's not really like I had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Balls McGee, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Do you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You'd say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing, inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Truthful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? Those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Balls McGee. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings. All I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Balls McGee. I speak too slowly, I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you always treat me just like anyone else. So it's really I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. Many other people see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I'd say I've learned at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. I mean, really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her heads in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. It goes under the light part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, blue-green light flickers. toned finger crosses across its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows closer and closer. I open on my umbrella, casting a shadow, shielding from my visibility. But I'm too late. He steps to the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raised his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is rhythm, with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up around understanding? Laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand with flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green, my heart is amber. I'm saying it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Tigers poems have usually been cryptic. It wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. You're just having an even harder time speaking than usual. This one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with the words, but I'm happy you shared it with me, so thank you. I hope we can keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again turn to hand the poem back to her. Instead, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is, once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you did a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem with away. Hi, Balls McGee. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, make sure it turns out great. I would also make me happy to see. Aha. Anyway, let's look at today's poem. Sure. Let Monica take the poem, unfolding my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Balls McGee. Yuri's been teaching you lots of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. I'm not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs to get some more patience, and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. Still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the clubroom every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, that novel isn't so bad either, you know? Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. The books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm gonna hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyways, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. Beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with a little hope, knowing the legends don't exist. When all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star, gleaming with the twilight sky. Till one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall even more, gently and faster, a dry, cool, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at the eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist, and with breath she blows me back afloat, and picked up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning, looking for answers, all sorts of things that give my life meaning. I'm not gonna get too philosophical or anything, but if I was kind of my own, it's kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we all had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? And if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Oh yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. If you're ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good, it can be really disheartening to get a warm response for something you put so much effort to. If you find other people who enjoy the writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Okay, you three. You're all done sharing poems, right? We have to start figuring out. Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Okay, catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. When will you start figuring out? Jeez, why is this mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri's immune to it. Huh? Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only difference is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to be. Possibly please show some decency. Oh, come on. Oh, she's actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. I thought so? She's alright. Seriously? All the time's not to go home with her. You pick the time when she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding the friendship with Sayori. Second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier. Everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Us will be making cupcakes. Well, we might eat a lot of them, in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, and, guys, can we come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. Most talented person here, you know? Nah, Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are getting harder when she's not around. That might be the case. But I can't help the leader on my own. Then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, don't you? So, you should make some banners and decorations to help set that atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Her mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help to Yuri. But anyway, it just leaves you, Boss McGee. The one who's truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri had some pretty heavy tasks to handle. You'd probably go along if you give one of them a hand. You could always help me out, as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. That's... I was just gonna spend a weekend with one of my club members. What if I'm gonna respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. And she tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Matsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Bolsky may not want to be around only to make him be out of minutions, so therefore, he may be suited assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How do you make decorations? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Balls McGee too. What are you saying? I'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up for Balls McGee to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance of spending any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though, jeez. Can you just settle this already? Yeah. Balls McGee, you're okay with this, right? So I'm gonna... of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Of course, I'm gonna go with... And of course I'm going with... Yuri. Well, I'll probably be able to help out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki? I can already tell you're... Better say something mean. No, I was just saying... Rick. We haven't Yuri then, Balls McGee. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. I think your assistant will be very useful. It's good to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Oh, okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, it's everything we need to go cover. Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. This is I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Boss McGee? Me? I guess you could say see out a little for now. It's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No? That's not what I meant at all. You're anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't recall why Balls McGee. I don't really know why Balls McGee cooked it, and also, your cookies are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And it's nothing of the event compared to that, so I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki's the only one surprised. Monica are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Sayori always helps and feels good about themselves. Nope. I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. Sure, everyone's doing their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs with their things. Sir follow Monica and Natsuki at the door as they chat between each other. Turn around. Sorry. Leslie, you don't have any way of contacting me for this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that's the landline. Should I give you my cell phone number? I think that would be the best way. Yes. Alright then. You're gonna exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. Just thought I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I'd prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I said not to press you for a reason. I think that would matter either way, so I'll make sure your room is clean. We'll manage to make myself useful in some way. Not nearly as creative as you are. Underestimate yourself, Balls McGee. I think, well, a very productive team. And if you only choose me because you felt bad or something. Wait. You don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. As if it would come with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I should help you because it's what I want to do. But, you thinks yourself an extremely tense expression. You're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you what I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. With a tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. I exchange and make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. He's going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Anxiety shoots through the roof. And they're just getting pretty used to handling her at this point. She's been thinking about happening outside of her school. I mean that she told me she was looking forward to it. Just interested in making something happen between us? Is it too early for that? Only time will tell. Until then, I won't be able to get my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. It's been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself that there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, but also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit, when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She's extremely apprehensive at first, but it was long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori left club the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. I haven't been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between that and what Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me. So I had to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. After Sayori says I knock on the door before entering it myself. Going to play so often, I made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were a family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor. I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head to the bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? My balls, Mickey. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile. It's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Oh, I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the stuffed animals and wall decorations she's had for years now. If you came over more often, I wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Are you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed since the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Are you going to help Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then? Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just want to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something was wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Balls McGee. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. This is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world has decided to have you come over today. He just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Balls McGee, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Really going to make me say it, aren't you, Balls McGee? Because I have no choice this time. Thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Do you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most of the days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything if I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy into carrying into waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. With anyone worrying about me. In shock. Can't even figure out how to respond. It's impossible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her. Did she really want so badly for me to not think about her? Or Sayori? Hey? Why is it you've never told me about this? It's almost like you've been betrayed. I feel like I've been betrayed as your friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Balls McGee. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like that being swung against my head. So I just wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. So I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. That I don't understand. I don't understand what your feelings at all, Sayori, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No balls, McGee. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart, hurting in a way that I could understand. And now you come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. So I was going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. Balls McGee, Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never understate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Balls McGee. Sayori isn't hugging me back. So my arms being a raptor, Sayori's arms remained at her sides. She was shoving next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Balls McGee. Sayori manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't want her to know that I care. If you have it in to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish to you. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make sure these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in her turn. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand why any of my feelings, Balls McGee. The only time I'm not feeling anything is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I'll let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How do you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that'd be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about it too much. See you tomorrow, okay? Alright. Look forward to it. So you said goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I found myself still feeling uneasy. But I sort of keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over, too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't keep worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. We should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri. Thank goodness. You're a little bit early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. So you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. Did you manage to find everything that I asked for you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing we do is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so it's very considerate of you to do it. Oh no. You really embraced my For my room do you miss while you were here? Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. Ah, that'd be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist as she was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both hands on her, firmly in her lap, as if I'm making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Ah, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decoration, the atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements, you know. Mood lighting, aromatherapy, candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. Just want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Ah, intense. I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. Something like that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes you feel so relieved. I'm kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was gonna use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls over a few candles on a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Did some shopping on the way here. It happens to have in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that'd be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that'd be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all? Oh, is that so? One of my favorite contributors for a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you use, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. Okay. Welcome, Stephen. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to sprout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells like a little sweet flower, you're right. Well, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine in the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine embraces your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer as your heart pounds more heavily. You don't think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of the thin ribbon. Stephen, I won't lie, definitely thought Sayori was killing herself already today. Because I don't know how long this game goes for. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. Is it really that short? Does it, like, end at, like... Does it end at the festival? I need about 100 of them. Oh, yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway for each classroom. Then we can fasten the paper into the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract you to come inside. You're in the home stretch? Oh, Sayori's about to kill herself. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is this so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Woohoo! Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels when sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Balls McGee. You can write as any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Soon on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels long straight red ribbon in her desired length. Then she reaches her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern on waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What I'm saying, please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me? No, I'm not laughing at you. Just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. It's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. He carefully hands me the knife with the handles facing me. I can turn and face it into my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious if it sharpens, I feel the point of the knife's flat index finger. Ow! Balls McGee! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be so sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper! Interesting choice of words there. Oh no! A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives me a closer look. Ah! She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. I startled, instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, face burning up. Yuri? It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. She was a little weird, but it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a little stupid thing to do, but I do it anyways. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Boss McGee, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. It's not for the sweet aroma that jasmine oil would be extremely heavy by now. You're so weird, Balls McGee. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. There's a tiny cut. But it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish the paper to its ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and I will be very effective as a door curtain. Looks great. Good thing coming up with this, Yuri. Aw, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. So I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. I need about 6 cups of water to put each on the tablets in. Don't you mind fetching some of those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you so very much. It's just a bit of water, it's okay. If you fill the cups up too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to put small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring them back up to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we could do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the class. Oh, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide as when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this said to be feels to be too childish. No, I didn't mean it that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and go crazy to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. But like, when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things, like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think you feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner and grabs an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Kia! Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Oh, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. There's something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rushed out and fetched a small towel, then I dampened it with hot water. I returned to my room and kneeled back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Is something wrong? It's hot, I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I don't want to warn you to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Really? Just a little longer. It feels really nice. Keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. Tense expression that I recognize from when she reads books, almost as if she was lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What's happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers, wrapped around my waist, send a tingling sensation through my arm. Suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, been feel a little lightheaded today. Didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The wind is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. Her movement seems closer, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I instantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. Steven, I know, isn't there like acts to this game? How close am I to the end of the first act? That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. Making the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think they came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Okay, cool. Because I'm probably going to end stream once I finish the first act today. Are you going to add the lettering now? Oh, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's not true. But won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here. Then you have to bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? Yeah, that's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew! You say like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh, it's not that. I was just glad I managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was particularly hoping we would have extra time after finishing all the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. That's not your fault at all. And the important thing is to get everything done right. Yeah. So, you shouldn't be disappointed or anything. There are other things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. Something she was racely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean it's the last time it can happen. Once Yuri picks up, I walk her out to the front door. Thank you very much for helping me today. No problem. I'm glad you were able to help. So if there's anything else you'd me to bring tomorrow, I will. Hold on. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fun that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forgot. I don't like going out much. Snell over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say? So, you're very thoughtful, Balls McGee. Yuri takes a step closer and briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, I'm supposed to respond to that. When we get a chance, Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori, eh? Hi, Balls McGee. Sayori. Just now we weren't. Hee. It's okay, Balls McGee. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. We'll all be together for the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow? Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was really being mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters for me. Why am I feeling this way, Balls McGee? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. It'd be much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Balls McGee. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? She was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden on your mind. It's making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I would trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, you're going to go at your side until you don't feel any more pain. But, Sayori looks away. Pinning on her hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Balls McGee. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might look like you. That I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Balls McGee. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's not enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. Set my hand on Sayori's arm and squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. So, like, I don't want her to kill herself. But I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen if I click that second option. I have a feeling. No, I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen here. I have a feeling that bad things are gonna happen. Listen, Stephen. In my defense, I'm not trying to give Sayori false hope. Uh-oh. Why won't I go wake up? I should go wake up Sayori. I think I should go wake up Sayori. Balls McGee, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's pasting little booklets on each desk in the classroom. They must be the ones she's prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's when I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think on the days of important she tried a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember, why am I saying that? Why is my character saying that after hearing that? And suddenly I feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I used to think. But maybe I should have gone and wake her up after all. Yeah, I should have. No, it's so cooked. She so killed herself. You should take a little responsibility for her, Balls McGee. And especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. So were you tell her about that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? Next, you really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think, eh? Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one pamphlet and laid out the desks. Sorry, Steven, I'm sorry that Sayori's gonna kill herself. I thought, maybe there's a chance that she'll come to this festival today, and I'll hang out with her at the festival, and then maybe she just won't kill herself. Yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem was neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Get out of my head. 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 I do know what is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ah. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Balls McGee, what's wrong? Nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. But even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same they have always been. That all she needs what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Steven, do you know, am I allowed to have the... Am I allowed to have what's about to be on my screen on screen? On Twitch? Am I allowed to have this on my stream? Yeah? Okay. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. That's at Sayori's room. I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy. But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. What in the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I couldn't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. It's seemingly he's lying to me. Only one chance, I wasn't careful enough. And I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what I needed for me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. And oh, 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 oh. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and Go to main menu. Oh, so it erases all my save slots. So question, is Act 2 just replaying through the game? Just want to make sure. Since I did that, or do I need to replay it again? Okay, but I do just replay it. Got it. I'm trying to close the game. Wow, pictures. Oh, the side stories. Alright, there we go. Is there any, like, possible way to get Sayori not to, unless, like, you romance her from the very beginning, like, do get perfects on all of her, like, poems? Or is she just cooked? Nope. She's just cooked. It's guaranteed. That's a wee bit crazy. Well, I really hope. I really hope that Yuri doesn't start stabbing herself. That'd be really unfortunate. Well, stabbing herself any more than she was already doing. As she did as I left my room for 5 seconds, she decides to stab herself, but you know. Anyways, I'm gonna go for the night, Stephen. I might stream again tomorrow. We'll see how far I can get, because that took me like 3 hours. I might be able to put 6 hours into it tomorrow, so we'll see. Bye. Anyways.
With this thing.